Welcome to Practice Strokes today, and I'm picking up Apple Red, and this is some Bumblebee, but this is, I would use Daffodil Yellow, or this is Moon Yellow. Okay, so let me explain to you that we are using Folk Art Multi-Surface Paint. So it goes on glass, metal, ceramic, indoor, outdoor. It's got a sealer in it, so it's got multiple uses. This is my double loader, just putting that in there for you. And I want you to know I have these stroke studies that are like 3 hours long. They're $35. I just want you to know they're on onestroke.com website. But these are some Poppies strokes I'm going to share with you that are in there. But I want you to see you can take Poppies from this to that to these, all the way to big, layered, big fancy leaves, different colors. And just look at the fun that there's another one. These are pansies. All right. So I just want you to see that the options. And I'm going to start today with doing the single stroke ones, which I've had a few of you ask me, please, to help you. So this is what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to start out using my 16, but some of these are strokes are with 3/4. Okay. So what's going to happen is, there we go. There's one that's not so bad looking. All right. So this, I dampen my brush. I lay it on the paper towel to get the excess water out. Then I'm going to pick up Apple Red on one side, and on the second side, I'm going to pick up the Moon Yellow. All right. So these are the strokes we have to practice. The first stroke is starting here in the middle. See, I push down and I stand up to a point. All right. And then you can see that's that right there, this one. All right. Then I'm going to come back, get more red, more yellow, and I'm going to do a couple of these side strokes. Okay. So on one side, you push and you go like this. And the other side, you push and you go like this. It's kind of like a comma. All right. So then you have these bottom strokes, which push and lift up, push and lift up. Now that's laying the yellow down. This was laying the red down. But if I lay the apple red right here and push, you'll get streaks also. It depends on how much pressure you put. All right, so this is what you need to practice. This is what I share. One's this way, one's here, and one's here. Okay, so those are the first strokes I'm going to do. Just like I did up there. We're going to start this one at an angle. I put the red down. Okay, that's the center. All right, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to come to the side. All right, I made that pretty far apart, didn't I? Okay, so then over here, I want to pull this over here too. All right, so if I did that so far apart, I could even make it a little bit fuller. All right, so then you have one here and one here. So what happens, and that is like I'm starting there and I'm going to come up to the center. I'm starting here. Oops, let me move it so you can see it. I started here and I slide up to the center. All right, now I'm going to do a couple more. Let me show you with a large brush, with a 3/4 brush. I'm going to pick up, I've already dampened this brush. All right. So look what happens. I've got one. Oops. I want to go over that a couple times. And right here, come this way. And I do need more paint now. All right, I'm going to come right here and bring it over. I am going to restroke this. Push a little full and stand up. All right, see how I wiggle a little bit to open it up? All right, so I'm going to push here and come up, and I can push here and come up. I don't think y'all saw that from that angle. I'll show you again. I'm pushing here and standing up. And then see that little short one? It depends on if you feel like you need it. I can come right in here and pull another one. All right. Now, what happens is these have stems that come from here. But what I want to show you is I can take a smaller brush, like a 10 or an 8, 6. And what makes it look like a poppy mostly is that we have 3 spots that we do like a teardrop. All right. And that kind of gives you, oh, that's a poppy. And these are orange. California poppies have orange in them. So look, I'm going to put this in here. All right, what did I do? All right, right here. This is a flat brush, but I'm going at an angle and then I slide up. All right. So, and then in the middle, I can do a couple things. I can just dot it where I have it dotted in the middle, or I can pick up the yellow and I can make some little different strokes in there, which look like this. They're little teeny strokes. All right. So I can come right in here. You probably let this dry. Or just a little teeny center. And you saw I did fancier ones on the other ones. So it's all about these angles. All right. So you have an angle here, angle, 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 angle. So I want you to see 1, 2, 3. And then I'm coming down here and down here. So just think that out. You can see all the different angles here. They're all kind of much like that. Now I just want to take and do one of those fancy ones. See how we can do some different layered ones. Okay. So, and the buds are there too. You can do a bud by going 1, 2. All right. And one of the other things about poppies is they have a pod, a green pod. Okay. But one of the things with the stem that makes them look realistic is that they come down. And so you can put a pod here that's green, or you can have the flower hanging from one of these. That would be right here on the sides. See that? A little bud that hangs that way. But the poppies hanging look really awesome because that kind of gives you that look too. All right. So I can work on these leaves some other time for you. But what I want you to see is that I'm going to pick up red and side load some yellow. If I had this right next to each other, it would be easier to show you with the double loading. All right. So I'm going to come here and then I roll over. All right. I was in a huge poppy field with my grandchildren in Utah, and they were way bigger than my hand. And the black pollen in the center got all over me. It was so black, it looked purple. And I had never seen anything like that in my whole entire life. Okay, I want you to see that you can just make it a little fancier. All right. Now this isn't going to look like a poppy more than any other flower unless I do something to it. And I bet y'all know what I'm saying. Is as you add the black. Okay. So we have to come in here and you just find 3 of these. Now, mostly you can do it underneath, but one of the other things I did is sometimes I just go like this, where it's coming in here, up and back down, like that, little strokes like this. okay? But if I do it in 3 spots, all right, and you have it in 3 spots, and then you put like I can put a citrus green in the middle or a yellow in the middle, and you have a more fancy poppy. But look, see the layers? Now I came in and floated berry wine in there to make it pop more, but look how pretty the centers are. You can do all these different kinds of centers by looking at any poppy. This is a poppy hanging, and these are different color poppies. But see this wave of the petal? That's a fun way to make it happen. And then these are popular too, because see, you're getting the black back there, then you put the citrus, and then you do little stamens. All right, so let me show you real quick. The stamens are whatever color you want to make them. Let's say I'm doing it black just so y'all can see, but they were actually white in the middle of that. All right, so look, you're coming around. And then this side, so you have a center in here, whatever color you do your center, right in the middle. But then these are going to come this way to give you that round effect, right? So then what I do is I can take a 1 script liner instead of a 2, and I can go out here and tap all these centers with a little touch of white is what I usually did, but some yellow. See, now do you see what happens here? Those are the ones in the back. And then these are the ones coming up from in front. Okay. And so that gives you just a little teeny liner. So again, it's 1, 2, 3. Right. But you put those all around the center. And then you're going to come in front. This liner is not working for me. Okay, around the front side. All right, and just take and here, but just remember, you can on this back side, you can do a couple of these to make it look like they've got that on there too. All right, so there you go. Practice, practice, practice. All right. I got water all over there, so hopefully you can see it. Thank you guys. Please enjoy.